Welcome. I want to show you how I went about defeating Ganon, potentially a couple of tips or tricks that could help you. Probably not, but let's do it anyway. So when you're tasked with destroying Ganondorf, you're going to come to a point where you're very, very close to confronting his cronies before you actually meet him. I strongly suggest that you place down one of these 3 travel medallions that you can have in the game down right in this spot right here, okay? To me, this is like incredibly important because you don't want to have to go through that maze again. I have a Hylian shield. I decided to fuse it with a sapphire because when you block enemies, especially like Gibdos and stuff like that, it'll freeze, give them elemental damage, and then you can whack them with preferably your master sword. I would try and duplicate or legitimately farm some bows that are Savage Lynel Bows, like the one that you'll meet actually before coming to the spot where I'm at right now. And as well, trying to farm, which I did make a video on, I'm kind of proud of that, some Gibdo Bones. And then what you're going to want to do to really melt them is when you pull out your bow, you're going to want to, fuse all your shots with it because it's going to be ridiculous, adding 40 damage to each arrow and then multiplied by 3. It's just going to be absolutely crazy. I decided to go with a very basic set, Cap of the Hero, because with the duplication, it was an absolute joke to increase it all the way to 60 defense, and then we get a set bonus of our attack being up a little bit. So apart from the armor, the bow, the Gibdo thing, naturally having some food that you can eat a little bit, and placing the medallion down, should things go a little wonky, let's just get into it. I'm kind of nervous because now I'm talking, I'm recording while doing this, and it just may not work out as good as I'd like. We'll see. Hold on. Of course, I have to sneeze while I'm trying to record a video. So there's going to be a couple of waves here. And one of my main things that I do is I try to keep my shield up because you don't want to lose total hearts, right? Kind of run around, big piggy there. I mean, if you really had to and you feel like you've got like a lot of stuff that you can contribute, sure, you can go ahead. You know what? I'm just going to go to the ones that I use a lot. You could probably, do this. And I completely botched it. I actually did this flawlessly and I never even got hit once. So I'm going to try and talk less. Be aware of your surroundings. Don't fall off the edge. This guy. It's not as bad as you think. Yeah, I did this flawlessly, but because I'm recording it... See? You can even just keep your shield up. Let him try to take a swing at you. It's really not all that bad. Just kind of, like I said, be conscious of where all these guys are because they add up. Let them hit your shield. It freezes them. And if you don't have a lot of those triple bows, like I said, I would try and save them for Ganon. Because it melts him. And then the last phase is super easy. Oh, he got through. Of course, now that I'm recording, I've already lost 4 hearts. Of course. Why wouldn't I? Of course I did it flawless when nobody was watching. It's convenient how that happens, eh? Nonetheless, hopefully I'll be successful. Now here, I didn't find these to be too bad, but if you have a lot of a fire fruit. You know, it really helps if you can actually hit them. You can try and get a little bit fast here with them. You just want to take your time. Rushing never ever works. Always keep that shield up. If you think they're gonna swing, like I said, don't even bother trying to get too wild. Okay, now here, when you get the Gibdos, elemental is key. So naturally, using your shield, like I said in the beginning, what I try to do is run, because these guys just like run, but then you pull your bow out, you do this, right? Get them out of the way ASAP. The flying guys, it's kind of funny because they're slower. I kind of go for them after. Again, try and make sure that you're not about to fall off a cliff. This guy seems to really want to get close. They're also... You see what happens when I try to get a Gibdo? Gibbity Gibdo. I'm telling you, you don't want to get hit. It's just not worth it. There, see, he kind of paused. Patience. It's really worth it. I did worse on the first phase than all these other phases. I don't even think I've been hit like once since the first phase. See, they're taking care of him. You could technically just hold the block here. Let them vomit on you. And then if they get close... See what I mean? You can try and smack it. But you're probably going to waste your time. It's going to be hard to actually freeze them, since they're so far up in the air. This is not as bad as it looks. But I do like... I definitely do like my my bow. Oh shit. With the arrow. But again, just watch their moves. Naturally, the bow and arrow is going to dispose of them a lot quicker. So you don't need a bunch of fire arrows. It makes the whole thing go quicker. And quite honestly, if you only have like one or two of those triple shot bows and you're low on the Gibdo Bones, I wouldn't waste them on this. This was just trying to, you know, speed it up. Now, if you die here, by the way, you restart here. You don't have to go through all the waves of enemies. I wanted to mention that as we go along. So now we're on to the next phase. Okay, you can't place, as far as I know, a medallion. You can't travel to a medallion. Now that we're done with Ganon's little cronies, we're going to go down here. And we are going to get ready to use the Gibdo Bone. This is the part that can be a little bit stressful, especially if you've taken a lot of damage and you can't heal those broken hearts. Okay, I'm not going to be talking a lot here. Just try to go for his face. I'm not good at talking and doing something like this. So you want to pull your bow out. Get him in the face. See what I mean? That'll happen. We did it. Oof. That's just the first phase. It gets worse as time goes on. Now, the main glowing one is the one that you want to go for. You want to try and ignore the other ones. As best as you can, you want to do that.
It's time to finish him off, Link.
But you can normally outrun his charge. But you want to smack him in the face, that's the problem. And I'm not smacking him in the face. And then this, you just outrun that. Move out of the way. Okay. Smacking him in the face, very important. No matter how big somebody is, unless they have an iron jaw, generally smack him in the face is going to be something that they don't really appreciate. I can't skip this cutscene, or I would. Oh, would you just get on with it? Yeah, I usually avoid those because, you know, it's kind of a smart thing to do. I think my bow broke. That's not really good. So as you can tell from all the times I've been using the bow, you want to avoid those as much as possible. Naturally. Sweet holy mother of God. I'm so stressed out. I'm not good at Zelda games, okay? Especially, like, this game has been very easy for me, but this fight is not an easy fight, okay? But if a noob like me can do it, trust me, you can do it. And it's quite forgiving. I got hit quite a few times where I should not have gotten hit. I think this is the good part. What I mean by that is once he turns into a dragon, it's a joke. It's an absolute effing joke. Because now you can heal yourself because you're no longer, right, damaged by that gloom. So you can eat. I can't skip this part. I was able to skip the prior part. Yeah. Go on and show on. This is a joke. And you can't even fall to your death because Zelda's always going to pick you up. I think the cat's out of the bag. Not really a spoiler now. Right? Yes. Okay. So from here, you just stay on her. Get some decent height. And Ganon has roughly 4 little orbs on his back with some eyeballs that you want to destroy. Okay, so like these things. And you're going to take a little bit of gloom damage. This is actually a good spot to go ahead and eat up. And because your friends aren't here, you can't, whatever. This is like, I'm not even kidding. Once you get to this part, it's an absolute effing joke. Okay, don't be shy, even if you get all gloomy and stuff like that. It's really... You know, it helps if you actually hit the eye. Oh, and it automatically put it on the my real Master Sword. Sure, whatever. Then you'll get booted off. You can try and fly back on him, but chances are you're going to be below Ganon. And if you want to have this go on as fast as possible, I literally suggest that you just drop down. Zelda picks you up. She brings you up into the air. Okay. Now I'm probably just... I usually do them in order there, and then his head is like actually the fifth one. You can't attack his head yet, so now I'm just going to go to the one that's the closest. I'm just kind of showing you that this is really not that bad. If you get to this point and you die, you deserve to die. Because there's literally no reason why you should be dying here. See, and even getting smacked by him purposely. 60 defense, and you can see how much damage I'm taking from him. A Lynel with gold shock arrows will one-shot you, but, you know, Demon Dragon Ganon, you know, you could tank him all day long. We could see from the distance that we only have 2 more globes now that have the eyes to go on and dive. Don't even worry about, like, when he's glowing. See, you lose a heart from the gloom, but because you're not in the chasm, that damage is not permanent. This part is a little bit slow, but just kind of breathe a sigh of relief that you're at the end, okay? That's the biggest part. I'm going to see if there's a difference between that and my message not found sword. Not a lot unlocks post-game. I think there's like 2 shrines and a couple of side quests maybe at best. But as far as I know, there's not like a crazy ton of stuff that goes on. See, I managed to be able to sort of kind of... Not really. I'm just kind of showing you what happens here, like, because I'm really being goosey here. I'm not being careful, sorry, is what I'm saying. I'm just showing you that you can do this. Then you get bucked off. See? You regain all your stuff. Here. I'm going to try and off myself. I don't even think you can do it. It might be possible. I don't know if I want to really try that. Yeah, see? Cutscene plays out, so even if you try to really nosedive down to the ground, this isn't like the you know, the first temple most people did. That one, you could off yourself. But we got Dragon Zelda here on our side. I think I got all of them, so yeah, now we go for the head. Always go for the head. All right. This is literally not nearly as crazy as it looks. And that's it. You're done. The rest is cinematics, and I don't even think you can skip those. And then there's like a point where you got to hold the button down to rip the thing out from between its eyes. I don't know if I can skip this. But yeah, you're done. Well, you're not done. I'm done again. See? Push Y. But it's like, it's done. So like I said, for most of the game, this has probably been the easiest Zelda I've ever played, actually. But I'm not complaining. But this fight, if you're not prepared... Yeah, I can't skip this. If you're not prepared, it's pretty rough. This, you just go diving after her. So this whole thing with the dragon, it's more like cinematic more than anything else, right? You just kind of, like, there's no more Ganon. Like, it's completely over. I can't skip this part here. But I was kind of going a little bit forward just to kind of prove to you that like it is done. And the fact that I was able to defeat Ganon again while recording, even though I botched it a little bit. I don't have the absolute best armor. I don't even have max hearts. I don't even have the first bar maxed out. You don't need it. I got like 14 hearts or something like that. See, there's a little interactive thing. Grab on a Zelda, and you're done. So I think I'm going to end it here. Then it brings you back, by the way, very important. If I didn't mention this already, it brings you back to your last save, but it's going to add a star to your save game so that it's recognized that you defeated the game. See? Maybe I am able to show you this after all. So sure, couple of fire arrows, to take out some of the enemies. See? Puts us to... Well, I already had the star. And couple of fire arrows, some arrows, obviously, some triple shot Lynel bows with the Gibdos, maybe like a good 30 or 40 of them or something like that. Patience, don't freak out. Block a lot, take your time, and it's really not that bad. And this is like where I had last saved the game, right? And the other thing too, like I said, is sorry. Right below, see, so we defeated Ganon. Let me just go to my adventure log, but see, it's acting as if we didn't do it. I don't like that part. I wish we would literally be post-game, but everything is still like the rest is everything as it was, right? But it's not like that. So you just got to deal with that. But yeah, the map, like I said, brings you back here. Don't forget that travel medallion that I showed you. And if you do die at Ganon, that means that you defeated that initial wave. Like I said, you will start back at Ganon. You don't have to redo the initial wave. But if you felt like you didn't have enough hearts, enough items, and you do leave and come back, you'll have to go through the waves of enemies again, which I used to dread. Now I'm just like, pfft. But again, that triple bow and the Gibdo Bones, it's OP as shit. So, okay. So there you have it. Maybe this was of some use. Maybe this was useless. Whatever. If you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. I mean, it does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm. And if you didn't like the video, well, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. And I'll bend it in half and twist it and break a master sword off in your ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, naturally, that would be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Now, for my VIPs, what you need to know is all those arrows, all those things that you used up will end up being back. Boom. I had 72 before the save. I'm back at 72. All my bows that I had are here. I had 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I had 6 of those Lynel bows. Yeah, so I'm back at 6. I had close to 900 arrows. Yes, all the resources that you use, if you care about that, you end up getting them all back. And this is the original Hylian shield that I've used, even though I duplicated it a couple of times with some other stuff. I've been using this shield for over 100 hours. It hasn't broken yet. It's absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, take care. Maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.